Republicans and Democrats are gearing up for the arrival of President Donald Trump in Columbia tomorrow.
News 19's Jacob Reynolds spoke to both of leaders of both parties to ask what they think about the president's visit.
The South Carolina Republican and Democratic parties are preparing for President Donald Trump to speak at Benedict College on Friday. The weekend event is focused on criminal justice reform. South Carolina GOP spokesman Joe Jackson said the president should touch on his record.
Creating the lowest unemployment rate for African Americans ever, to passing the First Step Act last year, which was by far the most meaningful criminal justice reform in probably ever. To his record on the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which created more than 9,000 opportunity zones across this country in all 50 states.
Across the aisle, State Democratic Party Chair Trav Robertson says it's not that simple.
So yeah, they can come and talk about all of these platitudes, but that doesn't make it a reality. At the end of the day, the trade policies that this president and Tim Scott and Lindsey Graham support are putting African American farmers in jeopardy of losing their farms and their crops. When you talk about people being laid off, systematically it is African Americans in this state. And when you talk about the wage gap between the wealthy and the poor, it's normally the African American community who suffers the most because of these policies.
Democrats plan to protest on Friday, starting on Taylor Street.
We just want to make sure that people still remember we have a Constitution, because Donald Trump and the Republicans obviously don't believe in the Constitution. So that's the first and foremost aspect of this, is that we want to, everybody has an opinion about the president's visit to this community. And at the end of the day, it is extremely important that people gather together to voice their concerns, whether it is a protest or whether it is in support of, because that's a fundamental tenet of our democracy.
They're welcome to their own voice. I'm sure we will have hundreds of people out there as well to welcome the president. At the end of the day, South Carolina is Trump country, and they'll be dwarfed by the people that are deciding to drive up from the low country or down from the upstate and across Columbia to welcome the president.
The president's event on Friday is sold out. In Columbia, Jacob Reynolds, News 19 WLTX.
Well, the president's visit is not considered a campaign event tomorrow. All of the confirmed speakers, though, are presidential candidates. As of tonight, 10 Democratic candidates are scheduled to speak at the forum Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, the speakers will be Representative John Delaney, Senator Cory Booker, and Mayor Pete Buttigieg. They're followed by Senators Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Amy Klobuchar. Saturday wraps up with former Vice President Joe Biden speaking at 5. And on Sunday, Senator Elizabeth Warren will speak at noon, followed by Julian Castro and Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard.
This is not a free event. Tickets are being sold online through the 2020 Club website. All tickets for the president's visit are sold out. However, there are still tickets available for the rest of the forum. Tickets are $40 each, and they're sold per candidate time slot. Each candidate is scheduled to speak for 45 minutes.